delivery, got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. Needs to be on target.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Oh, good bowling.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Misjudged that throw and the batter survived what would have been a certain run out. Immediately underway with some runs.
End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. The Kings are none for 14. Misses everything.
That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Yep.
Big edge. Where's that going? That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Drives and misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yep. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
None for 22.
Rabada from the north end.
That's the one and only short one for the over. Always good to throw it in.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yep.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and let the ball do all the work, really, to push it down towards third man.
Yep.
Great shot, great timing.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Over. The Kings are none for 32.
Wait there.
Doesn't beat the
No!
infield.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Oh.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Good bit of timing there.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler.
You can't fault
To keep the pressure.
Slightly unlucky, just...
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Yep.
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2.
Just pivoted onto the back foot. So easily done to knock it behind square.
Poor ball all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Good precision with the throw. Back from the deep. Khan gets off the mark.
Yep.
Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Waiting.
Got way too much bounce on that delivery. There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Yep.
Edged. Unplayable.
Just the sort of delivery you want as a follow-up to a no ball.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters. Singh from the south end. Finds the edge.
Misses out there. on the short and wide one.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. They'd look for a couple here.
Good return, back from the deep.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot. Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Thick edge.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
You can't bowl that wide to someone of this skill. That's just a simple square cut through to the boundary for 4.
Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe. Couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Keeper.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep, yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
End of the over. The batting side are now 2 for 34.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Some adjustments to the field.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Khan shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Really, really good running from these two batters. Played it safe though. Stick with 3.
Yep.
Time that perfectly.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Right on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Change of bowling. The captain is going with the spinner.
Wait. Wait there. Yep.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease, just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Wait there.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Wait on.
Just threw the shot too early.
Batting side
End
are
of the
now
over,
2
end of the
for
restrictions. I'm sure there'll be some big fielding changes coming. The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with
Wait there.
outside the circle.
Going with a more defensive field choice.
Wait on. Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. There'll be 1 run here for them.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Poor shot, really lucky.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
The Kings found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Yep.
Bad decision making. Thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging.
Edge, what a ball! Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. A couple on offer here.
bring up the 50 partnership. of
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
Yep. Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Straight to the fielder.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Misses. How did that
Here he is,
not hit?
buddy. Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Yep.
Big edge.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
2 for 70.
Catch it.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep. Yep.
Nicely clipped off the pads.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for four.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep. Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Wait.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
For 84.
Maxwell, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Punjab power.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
There'll be runs here.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Wait. Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
End of the 11th over. The batting side are now 2 for 89.
Jansen with the ball in hand again.
Coming into the attack.
A very defensive field, this.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Keeper. Yep.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up. Let the ball do all the work, really, to ease it down towards third.
Yep, yep.
Huge edge. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Keeper. Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment.
Yep.
Good pressure building. And straight into the safe hands of the keeper.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Yep, yep.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Yep, yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Jansen from the north end. Singh, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the north end.
A very defensive field, this.
Yep, yep.
Struck it nicely, could go to the boundary.
Bowler.
Poor fielding. Chose the wrong end entirely for what should have been a simple run out. Just pivoted onto the back foot. So easily done to knock it behind square.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single. Edged it.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
And that brings up the batsman's half century.
That shot brings up the half century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
End of the over. The batting side are now 3 for 150.
Yep, yep.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
You give that much width and you're asking for trouble. That was so well timed and flew over the boundary.
Yes.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg. A bit of a change up in the field now.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowling, buddy.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yep. Yep, yep.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
This innings cut short before it could really take off. They'll be disappointed they couldn't go on and score a big one.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Nice way to get off the mark.
The batting side are now on for 126.
Stoinis, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Finds the edge. Couldn't get it through the field.
You never really want to chance that arm going for a third. Did well there.
Yep.
Edged. Unplayable.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
They'll get at least one.
Keeper. Yep, yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.